Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. If Scorpio is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Scorpio, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. There's a Four of Cups. This is some very stable, very steady energy. That is quite all right in my book, right? I don't mind this at all. But let's put that into some context. There we've got some Fool energy. Let's see what is... Oh, wow. Empress and... Oh, ring the alarm. We have Empress and Emperor. This is something very exciting. I'm very, very excited for this. And all of this earth energy, look at that. Wow. Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. We're using the Smith-Waite Tarot. And this is just one card that we select at random. We're not going to look at it until the very end. We're going to put our alien on top there. That is Alien Simon Mork Ripley, for anyone who has been wondering what we've decided on calling the alien. So that card at the end is going to tie everything together, right? Give us the confirmation that we need. So let's look at this energy now. We've got major arcana. This is really, I mean, I could probably do a half an hour reading just on the Emperor and Empress and the Fool between them, right? This is the result of the union of Emperor and Empress. This is kind of like their magical child, right? This is the opportunity, this is the world, the universe, the absolute, the infinite that they create. This is something else. Anyway, we've got some fire. We've got some water. We don't have any air except for the Fool, right? And then we've got all this earth. You know what I say about the earth and the fire? Right? That fire and earth is a direct line of manifestation. We've got the will. We've got the creativity, the confidence. Spirit is informing us, and we're molding reality. We are building our world. It's a direct shot, right? It's a direct shot from spirit to creation. That is special. But let's see what's going on. We've got some other energies to kind of deal with here. The first thing we have is this Four of Cups. This is a good card. This is a boat that is anchored in the bay, hanging out. It's not sinking, no holes in the boat. It's pretty ship shape, right? Pretty seaworthy. But it's not going anywhere. There's no direction. It doesn't have its sails raised. The motor's not on. No one's rowing. It's just there. It's in the safety of this bay or harbor, maybe. It's in an okay place. Is it waiting for something? Is it just this where it lives? Is it trying to avoid the storm that it heard about out there? Is it just kind of scared of the open ocean? What's going on with this boat? Why is it just kind of hanging out? Why is it not going anywhere? Why is it not doing what boats do, right? But it's in a good place. Again, no holes, not sinking. It's in a very good state. It's stable. It's a 4, right? So it's got stability. You have a life now that is stable. Things are good. Things are okay. Things are like the boat in the harbor, right? Nothing wrong with that. We could just leave it at that. I mean, we can say this is where you are now. It's pretty good, so thank you for watching. I recommend you watch this to the very end, though, of course, right? Because there's a reason why There's a reason why we have all of these other cards. We have so many other cards. It's like the universe is really trying to tempt you with a good time. You know, look at the Three of Cups up here. This is what we're really this is what we're wishing for, right? This is kind of what we're hoping for. We want a little bit of celebration. We want to feel like we are expressing our love. We want to feel like we are giving and receiving love and passion and affection and joy and pleasure and beauty and all of these things, right? We want the boat to be going somewhere. We want the boat to be, expressing itself. We want our life to be active, to find significance, to find meaning, to be out at creating, right? We want to appreciate others. We want others to appreciate us. There's something that we aspire to beyond the Four Cups. Again, there's nothing wrong with the Four of Cups. Things are good. Things are stable. It's working totally fine. But I think you are kind of wishing for more. This is kind of the wish card, right? I think we're wishing for a little bit more. Maybe not in terms of different, right? It might not be that we are just, come on, Four of Cups, maybe there's a little bit of boredom going on. Could be that. Could be that we really want to just spice up our life a little bit. But I think what we're trying to do is find a direction to take our life, a direction that has meaning, that has a sense of fulfillment, right? Where you are now is good. We can go better. We can go higher, further, faster. We can go to the open ocean, or we can pick a destination. We can sail there. I think you're looking to expand your meaning. You're looking to plot your course, right? I think that we've achieved this Four of Cups. I think this was a real achievement from here, okay? This is water and fire. This is a Queen of Wands. This is some situation, maybe a relationship with another person, maybe a relationship with a company, a career, a chosen field of study, whatever it is. I think we've kind of committed to it, right? It could be a person, yeah. It's not gender specific. It could be anyone. It could be a friend or family member that we are kind of committed to, that we made some sort of a promise to them, right? We have this Nine of Wands underneath the surface. I feel like this is kind of this is your character. This is deep within you. When you say you're going to do something, you do it. When you commit to something, that's it, you follow through. Yeah. I feel like we've made some sort of a commitment to that person. Could be an older feminine energy, could be a fire sign person. Doesn't have to be any of those things. It's somebody, it feels like somebody older. It feels like somebody that we're kind of, almost like they have an authority over us in some way. So it could be like a boss. It could be an older family member. It could be somebody we're taking care of. It could be a commitment to a career, a job, a life path that we've been on for a long time. And we're kind of beholden to it. Maybe it's what we studied for. Maybe you have a degree in that subject, and that's what we're sticking with. Right? There's some sort of commitment or promise to this energy. Right? And that's good. That shows the kind of character that you have. That shows that you really do have this ability to follow through, to stick to your word, to do what you say you're going to do. You're a reliable, very strong person. And I love that about you. I think that's always been a common trait in the Scorpio readings. You're very intense, very committed. Let's look at this other energy, because I feel like we're committed over here. And maybe we're looking at this situation. Here's some more fire energy with this Emperor. We're looking at this like we're kind of, we're doing the right thing, right? The Emperor's over here in this fire. kind of triad, we're doing the right thing. We maybe feel like this might not be the kind of life that we are that we would wish for. Maybe we have these kind of dreams and fantasies, but that's just dreams and fantasies. This is what we've committed to. This is our life, and we're staying the course. We're staying here. This is what we are doing: career, family, relationship, whatever it is. Right? Whatever it is. But we just can't help feeling like this. Like we're just kind of idling here, not so much emotionally, but idling kind of in our sense of destiny and purpose, our spirituality, kind of our connectedness with what we're doing. You have aspirations beyond the commitment that you made already with this fire energy here. Okay? So I feel like what's coming your way is a choice. Yeah, a choice, you say. Because this Empress here is looking mighty nice to this Emperor. And this is the potential, this is the future that could be. This is making a really drastic change. You know, these two, again, these cards aren't gender specific, okay? But we're looking at these two energies. This is kind of the harsh reality of things, the harsh commitment that we've made. It's maybe becoming a struggle to stay on this course. This looks a lot different. This looks like an adventure, sailing the ship to wherever we may want to go with it. Right? I think this is a really unbelievable opportunity for you to perhaps realign your commitments, to perhaps think about if there is a direction for you in your life that will lead you to greater commitments. Because look what's born from this relationship. This is opportunity. This is the open ocean. This Fool is the open universe, the open air, right? This is infinite possibilities. You could pick any point in the cosmos, and that could be your path, your destiny, right? I feel like you're locked into something over here that you really don't want to be locked into, whether it's a job or a relationship or stuck in a certain, town or whatever it is. But if we meet with our true aspirations, because this Venus energy, this Empress energy, is what we really want to commit ourselves to, right? Emperor, Empress, they belong together, these two cards. In the tarot, these two cards are what pretty much produce all of the other cards. It's through this interaction. So we could choose to commit ourselves here, and that's going to be our magical child, the infinite possibilities. So we maybe are going to sail away from here. Right? Maybe we'll have to raise the sails. Maybe we're making the choice to move toward our true purpose. This Empress energy is your true destiny. This is what you are meant to do, and I think you're getting the inklings of that. You're starting to hear the music, right? Because of these two. We're realizing that we need to go from this four. We need to get ourselves moving. We need to move our spirit, move our soul in the direction of what is truly meant for us. See, this card, they kind of look the same, but this is the illusion. This is what maybe we thought was for us. This was the path that we ended up on. But we're not really following our heart here. The Empress is some intense spiritual energy. This is following your heart. Okay? This is it. So I feel like there is really this unbelievable opportunity coming your way for us to commit to following our true path. Commit to yourself, to your higher soul, to God, Goddess, Deity, and commit to the life that is meant for you. Yeah. Let's see what results from all of this. Let's put these cards back if I can. If we commit here, we have this infinite opportunity, and we see progress. We see our environment changing, increase. We see gains. This is really making a lot of progress, a lot of distance, covering a lot of ground or water, right? Traversing a long distance. This is the stability that comes through you exploring your true path, exploring what this abundant, infinite future is with this Fool energy. We don't really know what's on this path, right? The Fool is unmanifest, it's infinite, right? We don't know the details, really. This is us seeing our life come together because this card's in the position of our environment. And this card is all about timing, too, this position here. So I think what the tarot is saying, what Spirit is saying, is that it is time for you to start on your true path, to start committing to what is meant for you. The time is the time is now for you to make the choice to live your life, to live your true path, right? It's kind of a recommitment to ourselves in some ways, right? This is now choosing yourself, choosing your soul and spirit, your progress. I think this is an important time for you. This is all earth energy coming next on the path of the serpent. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of work. I mean, especially if you're on this ship, you're moving this large life. You're shifting things over. You're choosing yourself, right? It's a big choice. A lot of hard work is going to result from that choice, right? You're going to have to man the sails and do all the boat stuff. I don't know enough about what you have to do on a boat, but I'm sure it's a lot of work. This is really the effort that you have to put into turning the ship around, turning it in a different direction, or getting it started to begin with, right? Because we said we're kind of anchoring here in this bay or this harbor. It takes a lot of effort to get the ship going. Once it's moving, it's a little bit more steady, right? There's some momentum behind it, but that initial push is the most difficult, and that's why this card is a very active and strong card, but it's in the position of what we don't want. So we need to carefully consider how much work it's going to be to get this new life started, to kind of to get away from whatever this is over here. The living for someone else, or living a life, a career, a course of study, whatever it is, that we know deep down, I think we know, is not really meant for us. It's not really our true path. It's going to take a lot of work to get the ship going, but once it's moving, now we're standing at the prow and we can see where we're going. We can see, land. We can see the destination. This is the imagination. This is knowing kind of what's at the end of this journey, right? We know where we're headed. And I think that this is a very important card. It's the last card, but it kind of shows someone, to me, sailing off into the distance, and your gaze is fixed on the future now. And we know that this is the right path. It's kind of like the end of the movie and the credits are rolling, as somebody is just, they're on the boat and there's a subtle smile on their face, right? Because they know where they're going. It's like, yeah, the journey is just beginning, but it's such a beautiful, a beautiful beginning, right? Because we have that certainty that we're on the path that's meant for us. So I think what you have right now is this opportunity to really choose yourself, right? To choose the path that's meant for you. And the results are just infinite. I mean, the Nine of Pentacles alone this is you living your best life. And these two cards are the kind of building your best life, getting the ship moving, and then keeping it going and knowing where to steer it. Because the Fool, the Fool needs a little bit of guidance. So we need the earth energy around it to kind of keep that air contained, give it a course. These are the sails. These three earth cards, these are the sails that catch that wind of that Fool card. That catch the breeze and the ship will sail. And it's really because you have decided to commit to your higher self, your true path, your true self and soul. We're making this commitment to God, goddess, deity, guardian angel, whatever you want to call it, your higher self, right? These two together shows that kind of alchemical union between you and your higher self. Now I want to look at that mystery card. I'm curious about this one. Let's see. Clear these out of the way here. Let's see what Simon says. I don't know. I want to see something. I'd like to see the Empress again, perhaps showing maybe what we're choosing. Maybe we'll get the Empress again. But what if we got the? What if we got this one? What if we got the Queen of Wands again? That I'm kind of nervous because I don't know if this card's going to show you making a choice, or if it's just going to give us, some more temptation of the future, or if it's maybe a reason to choose otherwise, right? Maybe a reason why change is not the best thing for us right now. I don't have much of a speculation. Perhaps a 6 of something. I don't know if that would really make a difference. So let's just look. Oh, indeed. It's the Lovers card. But see, this is rather ambiguous too, and I'll tell you why. This could at first sight be saying, yes, we're choosing love. We're choosing to enter into this relationship. Now, this could actually be a relationship. Maybe this is kind of the person that we know we should have always been with, and we're choosing to kind of go that way, kind of a literal interpretation of the Lovers card, right? The Lovers really does show the wedding between the Emperor and the Empress, right, in the mythology of the tarot. But this card's also just about the choice itself, right? And what the choice really is about is choosing the path that is meant for you. And no tarot reading can tell you that. There's no psychic, there's nothing that can tell you the answer to this, except for your own higher soul, your own intuition, your own guiding light principle, whatever you want to call it, right? And I think that's what the tarot is trying to say now, is that there is this choice in front of you, and it's probably the most important choice you've ever made. And it's about your true self, your true path, what is right for you. Because when we make this commitment, we are rejecting everything else that doesn't work. If we're choosing this, everything that isn't part of this union is going to be, gone. So this is a very important choice. To me, it feels like we're choosing the path that is meant for us. We are choosing our higher self, our higher soul. That, of course, does not mean that you're physically going to stop doing what you're doing and then start doing something else, right? That's where all of this earth energy comes into it. There's a lot of moving parts, a lot of things that you're going to have to do to get this ship moving after we make the choice. It all comes down to this Lover's card, right? What is the path that is meant for you? Search yourself. deep down within you and ask yourself, what is the right path for you? Yeah, that's really the only thing that I can say. We are going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around, just click on the link that's up there. That'll give you access to all of the extended readings, all right? Not just for Scorpio, but for every sign. You know, I want to do one thing before we leave here. I want to consult the I Ching. I don't know if this is going to help us in any way, but it feels like a good time. It feels like it's right. To see if there's any wisdom that the I can give us that might help us make the choice, or give us that little piece of insight that we need to understand the choice a little bit better. Let's see what we have. 29. Repeating chasms. There is truth and confidence. A connected heart creates success. Movement brings honor. Now, the thing with the repeating chasms, right? It is 2 of the water trigrams, and the water trigrams are the abyss, the danger, the struggle, the difficulties. Difficulty upon difficulty. We're not going to get out of difficulty unless there's movement, right? So this card really shows water that is cascading down some rocks and crags and crevices and a ravine. And, you know, we have to be fluid. We have to be like water to get out of this, you know, dangerous, difficult situation, the repeating chasms, right? It says on the back, sometimes you fall into the swirling, unknowable dark, and the only way forward is to accept the truth of the present moment and trust your inner knowing. Stay in communication with your heart and creative source. Then, movement forward shows courage and commitment, as well as a test of your convictions. What are you sure of in your heart when nothing else is certain? How can you flow on and through the dark? So that part there, the movement forward shows courage and commitment and is a test of your convictions. Well, that's what we're talking about here. And right now, our commitment and our convictions might be in different places. We might be committed to whatever this current energy is, but our conviction, we might know that this is the path for us, right? We might have that inner certainty that we're destined for something else. So how do we make that choice? I feel like we're kind of torn here a little bit, you know. You're not in a very envious position, but the prospect for the future is really exciting. But the choice itself, I think, is a difficult one. Anyway, Scorpio, thank you again for being here. We are going to get to that extended. Just click on the link that's up there. I want to thank you so much for being here and for letting me read for you. Thank you for being the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot.